Thanks for tuning into the Finance News Network. I'm Jessica Amir. Today I'm with DomaCom CEO Arthur Naoumidis. Arthur, great to see you. Welcome back.
Great to see you again, Jessica. Great to be here.
Thanks for coming. So for those who aren't familiar, DomaCom is a fractional property ownership company. Can you just give us a quick introduction?
DomaCom allows investors to pull together to syndicate the purchase of an investment property, and so it really enables people to do to property what they've been doing for equities all along, which is buy a bit of something. And so that's really the key part of DomaCom, is to syndicate an asset, not just property, but mainly properties at the moment. And then also we have a secondary market capability. We've got market maker license, and so people can then trade their interests to other investors. So that's really what DomaCom does.
And speaking about that, we've actually seen public sentiment improve. What do you think has been the catalyst for this? Well,
to me, there's three clear things have happened in the last few months, and started off with us winning the federal court appeal, particularly on the self-managed super fund not being a breach of sole purpose test to have a related party. We haven't seen really that play out yet, and it will in 2019. That's one of the big milestones. The other milestone clearly was, after 6.5 years, we finally got the ASX approval for the instrument that will enable our senior equity release product. We've been working on this for nearly 7 years, and so we're nearly there, and that'll be launching shortly. And then finally, in January, we announced a pilot with a Big Four bank. Now that's clearly quite a big part of our distribution strategy, and we'll see what happens. But those three alone, or any one of those three, I think are major milestones. But three together is a very good outcome for us.
Thanks, Arthur. Now to the business in a little more detail. Just give us an update on your transactions.
I'm pleased to say we've got quite a few transactions going on, and we're just starting to get some traction. Our funds under management was just nudging 44 million at the end of February, so that's almost a 10% uplift in the month. So it's a first really sign of life, as I would call it. We've got another $20 million worth of transactions going on. Not all property. We're now syndicating debt. We've also syndicating a debenture for a wind farm up in the New England part of New South Wales. So we're starting to broaden our base, not just property. But property is still a very large part. So I'm pleased to say that we've got that. We've got 55 active properties that we own. I'm pleased to say also they're all fully let. So we've got 100% occupancy, so 0% vacancy.
And can you give us an update on your distribution?
One of the things that people, I think some investors aren't clear, is that DomaCom is an intermediated business. In other words, it's not really our business model to market direct to consumers. We want to be the intel inside. So our strategy up to this point has been supporting financial planning businesses and being the tool that they use for fractional ownership. We've all, for quite a long time, we've been looking for a partner to do the B2C arm of our business, and I'm pleased to say we've got one, or we think we have one. We're in the pilot stage with the Big Four bank. I don't think anyone's really factored in any element of success, and if that eventuates, that will be the big B2C channel of the DomaCom business.
Well done.
Thank you.
Now can you tell us about your DomaCom platform? Just give us an update on that.
We've been syndicating properties, initially just residential. We've got developments in progress and also being structured as we speak. We're doing land banking. We've bought 2 land banking parcels of land in Badgerys Creek area. We've got more land banking coming. So our property side is expanding, but we're also, as I indicated, we're syndicating a pool mortgage fund with DFS, has delivered our second transaction this week. So that's really pleasing. And we've got debentures for wind farms and solar farms and the like. So it's really pleasing to see that a larger cohort of Australia is starting to look at the fractional platform as a way to get access to assets they otherwise wouldn't be able to get.
Thanks, Arthur. And what's your outlook for 2019?
So this is the real transformational year for DomaCom. It's been a bit of a rough road, but the light's there at the end of the tunnel. I'm very pleased that we're partway through a recapitalisation structure with the most recently a 1.3 million equity raising, half of which was done by an institutional investor. Our first time we've got an institutional investor in DomaCom. Clearly we'll need to bolster our balance sheet later this year, and that's looking promising for us. The real focus now is on delivering debt and then funds under management. And so what will drive that is having a debt facility, and then some of the transactions that we have will simply, as our FUM increases, our prospects increase. So this year is about balance sheet, and then also leveraging off the SMSF ruling, for example, leveraging off the fact that the residential property market's hard to access for most people. Some of the drivers for the property weakness are actually very positive for DomaCom. So, for example, if people are finding it harder and harder to get debt, as soon as we get our debt within our DomaCom, which we're very, very close to doing, we've got 3 organisations close to giving us a debt facility. As soon as we get that, then you can come into DomaCom, click a button, that's it. No application fees or forms, and also no serviceability checks, because it's the fund that's the borrower. So that'll be a great driver for DomaCom. So I think, for example, if Labor comes in and bans limited recourse borrowing, well, how will a super fund be able to buy leveraged property? DomaCom will be one of the few ways left. So 2019 is looking good for us, as well as the senior equity release product. And that's really close to launch. So hopefully end of March, early April, we'll have our product live to market. And we've already got advisors very, very keen on the product. So we believe that'll be a sort of flagship product for the company.
Very insightful. Arthur Naoumidis, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jessica. Good to see you again.